So I find this article very ironic, based on two elements. One, I've just made a video about a careers service that I've just used, and they've got a discount currently. So I just made a video recommending it, and I'll leave a link to that video. But also, I've made a number of videos talking about this issue, and it's so ironic that this has come round. So what it is, that Disney are being sued by two of their own female employees because they've been found to be paying men more money for exactly the same job. And one of the jobs is actually around average is $25,000 more per year. And the female member of staff still got a pay rise, but because she's been working for Disney for 11 years, she wants the back payment. That's what it seems to suggest. And yet, also in Britain, Disney are legally required to submit their pay salaries for both men and women, and it shows that they pay women around 40% less, if you include bonuses for all their British staff. So Disney pay women less than men. But guess what? Here's the whole thing that frustrates me so much, is that they went and made Captain Marvel and told everybody it's based on feminism, and all these millions of people fell for it. They fell for the marketing scam. Captain Marvel is not based on feminism because Disney pay women less than men. That is not genuine. That is just a marketing scam. And I talk to some people and they say, oh, that's just capitalism. But capitalism doesn't have to work. If you think that capitalism and businesses are able to get away with whatever they want, this is what happens. You get businesses that pay women less than men, and then they go and make $2 billion, because if you include all the ticket sales, all the merchandise, Captain Marvel, it'll probably be getting off for $2 billion in revenue, but that includes all the digital downloads. So they'll make a ton of money out of Captain Marvel whilst they're paying their female staff less than men. And you know Brie Larson, I don't know what planet she's on. She claims she's a feminist, yet she's worked for a company that pays women less than men, to the point where the female staff have to go and sue the company. She's so deluded. She hasn't got a clue what she's doing. And that's all that accounts for all the actresses who worked on Captain Marvel. Because this year they tweeted about International Women's Day 8 times. 8 times. Last year, 0. They did not tweet about International Women's Day last year at all. And that shows that those female actresses, they don't really support feminism. They're just using it to promote their movie. And guess what? Disney make the money, and they use that money to pay their female staff less than men. That isn't how movies and businesses should be operating. If a business wants to make a feminist movie, fine, but they should be paying women the same as men. And that's how you get all this disruption. That's how you get all these problems in society, where you have people so angry and so frustrated with what they're doing because they're being conned, and it's all down to the marketing. The marketing is so clever and so sophisticated that millions of people went and watched Captain Marvel. They didn't even ask. They didn't even ask the important questions. Is this really a feminist movie? They could have gone to the cinema, and the cinema could be paying women 50% less than men, yet they still claim they're feminists. They wave their flags, they complain they're all victims all the time, yet they're supporting the victimhood of women being paid less than men. It's so just ridiculous. So what I'm hoping is that people hear about this story, all the Captain Marvel fans hear about this story and realise that Captain Marvel isn't based on feminism. It's not going to help anybody. It's actually going to make things worse, because it's going to show to Disney that they don't need to pay women the same as men, but they can still make $2 billion in revenue from their movies, from feminists. It's just disgusting. But back to my other video. What it is, it's a discount that's 15% for a service I've used for my resume, because I'm looking to get a better paid job over the next 6 months. So I'll leave a link to that video. But also, with this story, leave your comments below, because I just think it's horrendous. If you think I'm over the top, or if you think I'm being a white knight, but I just find it disgusting that Disney can pay women less than men, and yet they go and make feminist movies. That's completely disingenuous. And they'll make a ton of money. Bob Iger's on $60 million a year, and yet he pays women less than men. We shouldn't have this taking place. If we want quality movies, and they haven't made a quality movie, because Captain Marvel has the worst reviews of all the Marvel movies. So it's a terrible movie. They pay women less than men, yet they tell people it's a feminist movie. It just needs to stop. They've made a real mistake. They need to fix their mistakes and just getting back to making movies. And Marvel will suffer if they continue with this form of politics, because they'll be found out. And you find these stories like this come out that show that Marvel don't believe in feminism because they pay women less than men. Yet they go and make feminist movies. It just needs to stop, and they need to get back to what they're good at, and making movies and letting people decide whether they go and watch those movies instead of just trying to scam people. It's disgusting. I want to swear, but it's just disgusting what they're doing. It's so hypocritical. It's just beyond belief. I don't think people really understand just how hypocritical Disney are being. But again, if you disagree, leave your comments below. But I just find it offensive. I really do.